listening to the Wrestling Rocks. I'm Blake Carter, and I'm joined by Kyle Lepore. And tonight's Monday Night Raw. A bit of a sleeper, not gonna lie. Had a few things happen that I don't agree with at all. Actually, a lot of things happen that I don't agree with at all. So let's get started. Let's get into it. First thing that happens on Monday Night Raw is the League of Nations versus the New Day for the tag team title. And Kofi Kingston was not there tonight because of a shoulder injury from Roadblock. So, what does that mean?
Yeah, I'm not sure. I mean, I could be wrong, but I was thinking it was connected to that kind of mess up that he had at Roadblock when he was against Sheamus and Wade Barrett. I could be completely wrong though, but yeah. Instead, Xavier Woods took his place. I think it was a good match. I think it was overall a good match. The way it ended was kind of like Xavier Woods rolling up, rolling up Rusev, and then yeah, they got beat down, man. Yeah, sorry, my throat's a little bit bothering me a little bit. I'll try to not do that so much, but yeah. Xavier Woods rolled up Rusev, and that was the end of the match. But League of Nations ended up beating down New Day, and it was a good beatdown. It was at least 5 minutes, right?
Yeah, I honestly thought the Enzo and Cass were going to walk out at some point. I was thinking, okay, well, this is the big rumor. Enzo and Cass are going to walk out. Here it is. This could happen because there's been rumors going back and forth. They're after Saturday. They're basically done with NXT. There's nothing there for them anymore. They did lose the tag team titles or lose that match. There's no reason for them to be there. So
Mhm.
I'm at the speculation of there's no point. There isn't a point for them to be at NXT. So I'm thinking, okay, they're going to get called, but now it's for sure they're not going to get called until after WrestleMania.
Yes, I agree with that.
So what I mean by that it is for sure, the League of Nations have challenged the New Day. And they didn't say the tag team title, they challenged them at WrestleMania. So that I am a bit confused about that they didn't say for the titles. So if you do have the League of Nations, who do you put up for the titles? Which two?
Yeah, that's definitely an interesting thing. I'm not sure what's gonna happen. I would think it's probably gonna be like Sheamus and somebody because like Sheamus is kind of the leader. I see it being I think Sheamus and Barrett. Honestly, I don't think it'll be Rusev and Del Rio, but I could be wrong. It could be anything at this point. They can throw in whoever they want.
So you think it could be anyone?
Yeah, I don't think like there's going to be an idea of who it'll be specifically, honestly, because like you saw on Roadblock, it was Sheamus and Barrett, and then tonight it was Rusev and Del Rio. So it can honestly they could mix it up. Maybe they'll do Del Rio and Rusev because Sheamus and Wade Barrett already had their chance. Maybe that's what it'll be, but I'm not sure. I'm sure it'll be for the title though. I mean, they didn't like say that obviously, but I'm sure it'll be for the titles.
Yeah, I mean, I figured it's gonna be for the titles also, but I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not looking forward to it at all. As soon as they said that, I was like, oh, there it is. Now
Yeah.
here we go. It's over now. So we, but now the question is, what's wrong with Kofi? Because obviously
Yeah.
Kofi isn't 100%. I mean, he's at the sideline, but then again, he does a jumping clothesline to Sheamus and Wade Barrett.
Yeah, he
So
did that.
then
He got in the ring. I don't know.
New Day wins that match by a roll up. Xavier Woods pulls the Rusev's tights. And then, after that match and after that beatdown, Dean Ambrose cuts a promo on Triple H, basically saying that things don't always happen the way we want it, because the commentary is trying to make it look like people don't know who did would Dean Ambrose win that match if his leg wasn't or his foot wasn't under the rope. And the reason I say like a controversy is because JBL is saying that it's all ring awareness by Triple H in it. And even though this is all like booked and this is planned, there's no need for it. It's just unlucky. It's just how it is. And
Hmm.
Dean Ambrose, Brock Lesnar walks out, and I liked what they did there. They ended it. They ended the feud with Triple H. It's over now. Now Brock Lesnar walks out, and now it's time for the street fight. Dean Ambrose pulls out a crowbar. And I honestly thought for a second, oh, Brock's gonna walk in he's gonna get in the ring. And then he jumped on the apron, and I'm thinking, oh, good God, this is actually gonna happen. And of course, they can't hit each other, but I'm thinking, oh my, this might get a little interesting. And then Brock jumps off the ring. You and I are going. I am really excited for this match. This match and the Hell in a Cell match, I am personally very excited for.
Yeah, those two matches definitely, if they do them right and really put like their heart and soul into it, those matches could easily overshadow every other match and take them as matches of the night. Honestly, I don't know which one would be better though, because you got Shane McMahon and Undertaker in a Hell in a Cell, and then you have Dean Ambrose and Brock Lesnar in a street fight. Like it's going to be a crazy WrestleMania. Honestly, even just those two matches, and they still have more matches to come. It's going to be I think it's going to be a really good show.
Yeah. I said it Saturday. We're gonna say that WrestleMania is really good because we're gonna be there. Now, WrestleMania could be bad, and because we're there, we're gonna say it's really good. It would be a totally different story if we were to watch it from home. Like, I can tell you personally, Night of Champions wasn't that good of a pay-per-view, but it was good because I was there and I got to see Sting wrestle. I saw Seth Rollins wrestle twice. I got to see Kane. Well, I mean, that's not anything crazy, but I got to see Kane. It was... I had fun. It was an entertaining night. So, there's going to be blood drawn at WrestleMania.
Oh, yeah.
I think 2 matches will have blood involved. This match and the match between Undertaker and Shane McMahon.
Oh, yeah. That is going to be a bloodbath, 100%. That's definitely going to be a bloodbath.
Yes. Especially with Mick Foley passing the, quote-unquote, passing the torch to Dean Ambrose and hi, Monica Lane. And I'm sorry if I pronounced your name wrong. That is if, the whole passing the torch thing, I think that's awesome. I think that's awesome that he gave him the barbed wire bat.
Oh yeah, for sure. I loved them doing that, them thinking about it, whoever came up with that, I love them so much for them. Because Dean Ambrose, honestly, he can be the Mick Foley of this generation. He really can. He has all the attributes to do it. Okay, he is, but I'm saying he could definitely, like, I don't know if he is yet. Like, he does a lot of crazy stuff, don't get me wrong. But Mick Foley is a one-of-a-kind legend in this company. And Dean Ambrose, he can honestly, over some time, and especially at WrestleMania, he could definitely be the next Mick Foley. I definitely think he's on the right path to do it, but he's not there yet. And definitely by WrestleMania, I think he could be in those shoes. I definitely could fill them very well. And it'll be a great thing to see.
Yeah, blood will be drawn. The question is, would the barbed wire bat be used?
I don't know if they'll do it like to the face. I know they'll do it to the ribs in the back. Definitely.
It's obvious that they're trying to get a little edgy with their Raws because the show tonight. They're getting a little edgy with some of the promos they cut. Nothing with wrestling, but you could see a barbed wire bat to the face. I think you could. And if last time, oh god, it hurts me just thinking about it. So the next match of the night is Gillberg or Ryback versus Sin Cara. What's the point of that match?
I mean, the point of it basically is like, oh, okay, well, here's your tag team partner, Kalisto. I'm going to beat him down, beat him in a match, and be like, oh, look, it's another little guy who got beat by a big guy. Size matters, that kind of thing. And I guess that's what it's for, to show. I don't know why it's going to be Ryback against Kalisto. It's going to be a retarded match and not even... It's going to be cringeworthy even to watch at WrestleMania, honestly. I don't know why they're doing it. I have no idea.
I don't either. Me personally, I don't get why the League of Nations are going to be there, and I don't get why Ryback's going to be there. They could do so many things with the United States title. And for the people that hate John Cena, this is one thing you have to thank him for because he made the United States title something. And to be honest, this past year has been a year. I mean, he's, in my opinion, superstar of the year. He's done a lot. And even for people like Kevin Owens, he even gets down to the level, it wrestles, like indie style. And He's produced 5-star matches week in and week out.
Hmm.
Can't deny that. So
Yeah, absolutely.
Ryback beats Sin Cara, takes up a mic, like, "That's what a big guy could do to a little guy. So what do you say, little guy? You wanna put the title up on the line at WrestleMania?" And as soon as he says, like, "Ah, no." I know you have to
Yeah.
say yes, but say no.
Just say, forget you being a face. Just please say no. Face somebody else. Anybody else.
say no big guys allowed. Must be this small to ride this ride.
Yeah. Just honestly, I don't think, okay, maybe the kids might want to see it. I don't know, but anybody that's
The
like
kids don't want to say he's
even
a
our age or
heel.
anything.
He's a heel
I
now.
don't I don't even know if he's really a heel. I think he's just like in the middle. He's just talking about how size matters. He's not really like being an asshole about it. He's just like, "Hey, I'm big, you're small, you're an idiot." That kind of shit. That's all he's really saying.
Be sure to get in the comments. Say something if you want us to. If you have any questions or if you want to say anything, that way we can interact with you guys. Be sure to get in the chat and be active. Next match or the next promo is Dolph Ziggler and Steph and Triple H. I thought Dolph killed it. I thought he did really, really well.
Hmm.
Um, it seemed like it was preparing for that. Let's put the title on the line, and I wanted that to happen, but I knew it wasn't gonna happen. I even messaged you and said, I was really hoping that was gonna happen.
Yeah.
And it kept like happening as if like this is we're gonna put this on the line, blah blah blah. But then it became, well, if you win, you get to have any match you want at WrestleMania. Not the WWE title. I thought that was funny. I really did.
Yeah.
Not the World WWE title. But since Dolph Ziggler lost, does that mean we're not going to see Dolph at WrestleMania now?
I mean, I don't know. I think it could still be a possible. They could throw him in like the Andre the Giant Battle Royal, maybe, or maybe he'll get a feud with somebody else. But yeah, on that promo though, like even before Dolph came out, like I had mixed feelings about what Triple H was saying the whole time. I understand. Like I really did like the promo he
I'm
gave,
pretty
but I
sure someone
what?
watching a guy is probably like, man, okay, let me watch some Monday Night Raw to get some steam off. Had a bad day, and then everything Triple H says, like, man, that's my life. I'm gonna go kill myself now.
Yeah, I definitely I liked what he was saying, but like the issue with it is you could see so much. He's trying so hard to be hated by everybody that they will cheer Roman Reigns because we hate Triple H so much. We're gonna cheer for Roman. You can tell he's trying. They're trying to make it where Triple H is literally the most hated heel of all time, just so that Roman Reigns can be more of a face, and it's not even working. That's the sad part because Triple H he went in for at least 5 to 10 minutes on just the crowd and how shitty everybody's lives are and how there's no hope, forget about hope. Like honestly, he was shitting on the crowd. And he was still, he'll even still get pops and that kind of thing, and they'll still hate Roman. That's how like ridiculous this is.
I'm pretty sure that Pittsburgh crowd was dead.
Yeah,
There was
I
only
was
there was
surprised.
2 moments where I actually heard the Pittsburgh crowd. Three moments.
Yeah, I
Three
didn't hear
moments.
much.
3 moments. There's
Yeah,
one.
three.
I gotta talk about one. But yeah, I'm thinking, man, like Triple H acts like he grew up as like the perfect child and was born into money. He wasn't. Like Triple H struggled just as much as anyone else. But I
Hmm.
get the point of doing it. But like you said, they're trying to get us to like Roman Reigns way too much.
Hmm.
Way too much.
I mean, yeah, it's all they can do though. They're trying because they see anything Roman's doing, he could beat down the Authority nonstop. There was even that time where, like, after he got screwed by Sheamus for the title, he beat down Triple H for a long ass time and did everything. He's done so much against the Authority, and people still don't like him. And that's the problem. They're trying to make him the lead face, but like it's just not working. The crowd doesn't like him at all.
We're going to destroy Roman Reigns. We are.
Oh yeah.
100%. The only person I can tell you that isn't is going to be Chris. I don't know why, but Chris will. It baffles me that Chris likes Roman Reigns. It baffles. I don't understand why. I don't.
Honestly, I like him as a guy. I like him in general, not as a face. If he was a heel, he'd be my favorite guy on the roster.
No, but
I'm
here's
being
the
honest with you.
thing. I like him too. I liked him whenever before he was forced down our face.
Yeah, exactly. That's the biggest problem.
When he became forced, then it became, oh, well, this is getting really old. Okay, he's not that good in the ring. Okay, he got over once. He did get over once. Vince got him over. All right.
Hmm.
Okay, here's Roman. All right, here we go. Some more. Okay, now this is getting boring. All right, now I'm gonna boo him. Anyone but him.
Oh man, it could that's it could have been Dean Ambrose, man. That's why we talked about after Roadblock. I said it. I wanted the backup plan to happen so bad because I think it would have been a better storyline. It would have been a better face against an amazing heel. That's what it should be at WrestleMania. The best face versus the best heel. That's not what we're getting.
Roadblock was an outstanding in-ring wrestling show.
Hmm.
It was
I agree with
outstanding.
that.
You can't say that it wasn't.
No, I definitely agree with you.
Now,
At least on the four main matches.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, for the four main matches, yeah. Even the Divas match was really good, and that wasn't advertised.
Yeah.
The thing that people are upset about is because there was no storylines that changed. Which the only
Yeah.
storyline that would have changed would have been the title. But going into it, I kind of you have to think like they're probably not going to do it. I mean, you have to know that they're not going to.
Yeah, that's why when we made our
So
predictions, like you were saying how no titles are going to change, that kind of thing. And it was a very obvious who was going to win each match. I was just honestly making hopes that, oh, maybe the New Day will win, maybe, or not the New, maybe the League of Nations will win, they'll end up getting the titles. Enzo and Cass will win, they'll get the titles. Dean Ambrose will win to go with the backup plan. I was just honestly hoping for that because that would have been amazing to see. Storylines would have changed. I think it would have been great to see. But yeah, I mean, whoever was supposed to win won. That's all it really was.
yeah, like I don't know. Triple H and Dean Ambrose both produced a 5-star match. They
Hmm.
both did. And so let's move on. We'll move on. We'll get back into that topic: Roman Reigns and Triple H. Sami Zayn versus The Miz happens. Kevin Owens at ringside, or Kevin Owens at
Commentary.
commentary. And to be honest with you, I enjoyed it. No, I enjoyed the commentary more than I enjoyed the match. I think this match was just for the casuals to understand who he is. I mean, he kind of did the same moveset that he did against Samoa Joe with hitting, wanting to jump over the top rope, but Miz moving, and then he hits the top rope, does a backflip, lands on his feet, try to
Yeah.
impress everyone.
Yeah, that's a thing, pretty much.
Yeah, and I'm one thing I'm hoping is that he doesn't turn into that 5 move set.
I don't think he will. I think he could be that, but I don't think so. I mean, he's been doing the same certain moves for a while, but he does throw in like some curveballs, that kind of thing. I don't think he'll turn into that.
The curveballs need to be at the big matches on Raw, the matches that are very important on Raw, and the pay-per-views.
Yes, definitely.
That is when the curveballs need to happen. But he's John Cena 3.0, 2.0 being Roman Reigns. He is John Cena 3.0. I don't like him. I just don't. I don't like the way he talks to the crowd. I don't know. His music is awful. Like him coming down to the ring annoys me. Just I can't stand. I don't know what it is. I don't like him. But I know that he's going to be. He's going to move up. I think if Kevin Owens loses at Mania, you're going to see Kevin Owens start going toward that title. And the reason I say that is because Kevin Owens will, let's say he loses at Mania, right?
Mm-hmm.
He gets his rematch clause. And let's say he loses again at Payback. We'll say Payback because I'm assuming that's the next pay-per-view after Mania. He loses Payback also. Or let's say he wins. He wins the title back. Move on to the next pay-per-view. Then he loses again, that ends the feud. Or you continue the feud. Then Kevin Owens moves to the title.
Mm-hmm.
That could happen because I know the rumors are you're going to have and I know you can't stand this, and anyone listening is probably not going to be able to handle this either. Reigns is rumored to go on his first feud against Ryback, so I'm guessing Kalisto is going to win the title at Mania.
Yeah, I could definitely see that happening. I mean, at least the Kalisto part, the Ryback against Reigns part, I need to see to believe that. I will raise hell if I see that happen. I will raise so much hell. I don't want to see that at all. No one wants to see that.
No one
I'm
wants to
hoping.
see it, but the it's like the WWE say, well, no one likes Ryback. Nobody likes Roman Reigns. I think people hate Ryback more. Let's put Ryback in there. Maybe someone will get cheered.
No,
And
man.
I mean, it's going to be like in Survivor Series. So I mean, Survivor Series, you heard we want Cena, we miss Rollins. Good lord.
Yeah, I remember there was one time, like way back when, where the crowd, it was Sheamus against Randy Orton in a match, and the crowd was chanting the most ridiculous things. They were chanting Randy Savage. They were chanting, I think, Sami Zayn's music. They were doing the wave. They literally, and it was even a guy like Randy Orton who was face at the time against Sheamus. They had a pretty good feud, and people still hated it. They wanted the match to end. They couldn't stand it. I can see that happening again with those guys. I don't think they're going to get a positive outcome out of that if they do that.
No, not at all. So next match of the night is Brie Bella and Alicia Fox versus Team Bad with Lana at ringside. And the only reason I'm talking about this match is because they're pushing Lana versus Brie Bella at WrestleMania. That's I don't get why the challenge won't happen, why they won't challenge each other, but it's obvious that they're about to feud. This will be the first time we see Lana in a match, so I'm not even going to talk about the match. And then, out of nowhere, Paige does a promo about WrestleMania, and then Lana comes in and confronts her. And starts talking about Total Divas. And the thing is, like, all this happened 3 or 4 months ago. And they're talking about it now, as if it just happened.
Mm-hmm.
It's just like, oh, man, like, really? This is why Total Divas is not good for them at all. Because it's look at Paige. It's ruined her. It's kind of ruined her in rings. And the way we look at her, because she's no longer she's such a great wrestler, and now she's no longer in a main star. When's the last time you saw her in the ring? Summer Rae, and she got rolled up by Summer Rae.
Yeah, she got beat. We haven't seen her since, honestly. I don't know what's up with that. The crowd loves her. Whether she's heel or face, she's amazing. She's great in the ring. She could easily be Divas Champion. She could be like the Trish Stratus Divas Champion, where she had just this like an incredible run and held the title for a long time. She could easily be that. I don't know why they're not using her like that.
I don't either. So then we have Social Outcast versus the Usos. Moving on.
Yeah, that was a match.
Mick Foley talks to Dean Ambrose. We already talked about this, but Mick Foley passes the torch, gives him the barbed wire bat. And then Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H. Match of the night. 100% match of the night.
Mm-hmm.
Triple H wins by pinfall. And, Triple H is, to this day, is one of the only people that can sell a 2 count.
Yeah, I can see it. I can agree with that. He does it really well.
I'm talking the hand is just about to hit the mat. Boom. 2. It happened 3 or 4 times during that match. And Dolph Ziggler looked very strong.
Mm-hmm, definitely.
And, now we're back at it where Dolph Ziggler, who comes in week in and week out, and yes, he does produce good matches, it's just the way they're booking him is awful. That's the problem, is the booking is awful for Dolph Ziggler. I did like Dolph Ziggler, but his storylines are awful. So, I don't like that we're going to see the League of Nations and Dolph Ziggler won't be there. I don't. So, this is the, I guess you could say, moment of the night. As you see Triple H, Roman Reigns walks out, and immediately you get boos. Immediately, you get boos. And I'm thinking, oh, good lord, here we go.
There's the Pittsburgh crowd. The
Pittsburgh crowd wakes up.
Yeah.
Boos him out of the building. Remember, this is a return from a surgery. So you're thinking, you're supposed to, as a face, to get those stone cold pops. Doesn't get anything. Doesn't get any of that. Walks down, starts beating on Triple H. In the picture I have up, actually, the girls in the back start freaking out. Oh my god, 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 oh my god. You would have thought they just saw Beaver.
Yeah, that was pretty funny to see.
That was without a doubt the moment of the night. I loved it. I loved it. So Triple H starts walking to the back. Triple H ends up getting busted open. And, it was like an old scene from the 90s where it's just a beatdown with weapons and everything. Roman Reigns picks up a TV and smashes it on Triple H's back, and then it's over. The Usos and Mark Henry, and sure enough, Jack Swagger comes in and saves the day. If they would have let it go a little bit longer, I would have enjoyed it a lot more than I'm talking of it. It wasn't that good. It wasn't at all. I did not enjoy it at all because of
Yeah, it
how
definitely
short it
definitely
was.
Yeah, exactly, and definitely could have been better. And it was even funny, like you mentioning the booze. It was like Roman Reigns he was even like appealing to the crowd. He was beating on Triple H. He hit him on the announce table. He was beating him up, and the crowd was still like there was like very minimal. I might have heard like two cheers, but it was literally the entire crowd was still just booing him right out of the building. And one thing I had an issue with that I guess I could understand, you don't want Triple H to lose it all. I would have liked more is that like Triple H is like coming towards the end of the match, then Roman Reigns comes out, and then Dolph Ziggler rolls him up for a pin, so that we could definitely see Dolph Ziggler at WrestleMania because a lot of people want to see him
That's what I
still.
was waiting
I
for.
Yeah,
Because
I
I know that
understand.
he
Yeah,
had TV time, and I'm sorry. Go ahead.
no, it's fine. No, I was just gonna say that I understand like wanting Triple H to just keep winning every match, being dominant, and looking like the dominant guy that he used to be. But I just think it would have been cool for Roman Reigns to come out while the match is still happening. Triple H look at him, Dolph Ziggler roll up Triple H, 1, 2, 3, then get out of the ring, and then Roman Reigns go to the ring, fight Triple H. That kind of thing. That would have been a win-win situation. We see Dolph Ziggler 100% at WrestleMania, and then we have the beatdown Roman Reigns and Triple H fight. It would have been a win-win.
Triple H can't lose clean. He can't
Yeah,
because
so a
if,
roll-up
if
would have been
no,
fine.
that's losing clean.
I mean, I just wanted to
If
see
he
it, man.
loses clean, then that means Dolph Ziggler has the opportunity to be the number one contender because he pinned the champion. Even though it's
Yeah,
for something else, he could bring that up and say, "Well, I did pin the champion. I do
yeah,
get
I
this
can
shot."
understand that. I just,
So,
man, I wanted to confirm see Dolph Ziggler WrestleMania. I just wanted it confirmed. I like the guy. I like the guy,
as
honestly.
much as I'd rather see Dolph Ziggler than League of Nations, I don't care.
Yeah, I can understand
I
that. I
don't.
don't know what he would do. I would just want to confirm like him to see him there, but it's whatever.
I guess I just like I said, I don't care.
Yeah,
It's Dolph Ziggler. I mean, Ziggler needs to be a lot stronger than what he is, but he's not. Storylines are awful.
yeah,
So
it's I don't know,
if they
man.
allow that beatdown to go on for a couple more minutes, I might have said okay that because I know what that's for. That's to make him look. That's to make Roman look really strong because he hasn't been there for 2 weeks. What have I been preaching the entire time? Number one contender looks weak. The number one contender looks weak. The number one contender looks weak. This is to try to
Mhm.
make him look strong, try to get him over with the crowd. It never happened. I think he might have gotten a pop during his beat down with weapons and stuff, and that's about it.
Yeah, it was very minimal if he got any, but it was mainly still booze to your top face. That's all that really matters.
Yeah, and that's what's gonna happen at Mania
Oh yeah.
until they move on to someone else. He's gonna get booted out of the building. Jacqueline, it's confirmed that she's in the Hall of Fame. Congratulations to Jacqueline. Another R-Truth and Goldust segment, which is kind of getting very, very, very old because now it's reversed, where R-Truth is trying to get Goldust to be his partner. Okay. Chris
They've been
Jericho walks
drawing it
out,
up.
pops off another heel promo. Best thing he said all night was, "Put your sign down, kid, and shut your mouth." No,
I thought that was the best thing.
and this is the best quote of the night. AJ Styles, who's your daddy? Me.
I don't know why he said that, why he would want to, or whether they wrote him to say that. What the hell was the point of that?
I was waiting for whenever AJ did his little confrontation. I was really waiting for Chris, who's your daddy?
Oh my god, if they would have said I would
So
have cried.
Chris Jericho goes on to wrestle Neville, and before I like that they didn't destroy Neville by having him lose because he's still up for contention for the IC title. By the way, did you hear that there's another rumor that The Miz will be in for the IC title also?
I could see that for how they're doing it right now, because like earlier in the night, it's like Miz or Kevin Owens pushed Miz into, or what was it? No, Miz pushed Kevin Owens. I'm sorry, into Sami Zayn. So I could see him being up for that. Maybe like a fatal four way. I think that'd be awesome.
No,
Honestly,
no,
I'm
no.
just saying, man.
The rumor is a triple threat match between Sami Zayn, Kevin Owens, and The Miz.
Okay, well, I don't like it as
in a
much.
ladder match.
I'm not a fan of it anymore.
So
I want to see Neville, man.
Neville wins by DQ. So as soon as I look down at my phone, I hear ding, ding, ding. Jericho goes on with another promo. Says, "Come on, say AJ Styles." This is how dead the crowd is. Chant AJ Styles. You don't get anything. Come on, come on. Like
Yeah.
the crowd is that dead. Then AJ Styles comes out, and this was Kyle's favorite part. Does his forearm, leaves the ring, and that's it.
Yeah. We see, what was it, last week, we saw whatever it was. It was Jericho laid AJ out with 3 code breakers. Okay.
Last week.
Yeah. Okay. So last week we saw that. We saw Chris Jericho lay out AJ Styles with 3 code breakers. Okay. That was like ridiculous. Okay. And then we see tonight AJ comes out, does his flying forearm, which apparently is now called the phenomenal forearm. I hate that, but whatever. He hits that and then just stands over him and done.
Yeah.
What? He could have done the Styles Clash. He could have done anything else. He hit him with the forearm and just don't end it. Like what the? Okay, I mean he should have done a lot more in my opinion, but whatever. And I'm not trying to be on the AJ Styles bandwagon or completely ride him like about how I want him to be like the face of the company, that kind of thing. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just if it was anybody who Chris Jericho did that to anybody else, and then they come out and do one little move, it would be still ridiculous. Like it doesn't match up at all. That's absolutely absurd to me.
No,
But
he should have hit
whatever.
his finisher because then Jericho gets like his payback for everything. Um,
Exactly.
yes, Jonathan Stephanie did make the Dolph Ziggler versus Triple H match happen. Triple H won the match clean from the pedigree in a pinfall. Then Roman Reigns walks out and basically, I guess you could say, abuses or goes on an assault on Triple H that could have been a lot better if they would have let it continue. Triple H was busted open. I'm pretty sure at one point I heard Stephanie screaming in the background. But before we start moving, going back to what we were talking about, Undertaker, Vince McMahon, and Shane McMahon confront each other. Vince comes out, has to get the crowd involved by saying, I'm surprised I'm not getting an ovation because the crowd is that quiet. The announcer comment, say my name again. Then they finally get a pop. Vince calls out the Undertaker. Undertaker takes 5 minutes to come down the ring. Undertaker pulls his, you understand what's gonna happen. And not you or him. Tell me what to do.
I don't think that's what he sounds like, but okay.
Well, and then Vince is like, I want him in a puddle of blood standing at your feet. I want him dangling in the top of the cage, lifeless. Shane walks out, does his little dance. Shane was stuttering as if he looked scared. He was stuttering. He couldn't get his words across. He's like, you're going to swing, I'm going to miss. I mean, you're going to miss. Like, Shane, you're looking weak, Shane. You're looking weak.
Yeah, I mean, as fake as it is, though, you gotta understand, like, when you're in the ring with the Undertaker, even just being in the same arena, when you hear that, like, his music hit, it honestly, like, sends chills down your spine. It really does. Even the wrestlers who have been around him for so long, it still sends chills down their spine. Like, he's been doing this for, like, 25
You
years,
can
man. You
say
gotta
that, but
understand.
Shane wasn't in the ring when his music hit.
Yeah, okay, true, but
Shane couldn't
in
cut the
general,
promo. I mean, Shane looked weak by the promo.
I understand that, yeah.
Then Shane goes on saying that he has him beat. He's like, this, and that, and then I have these. Putting up his fist, and I'm like, oh, good God. This is a Rocky movie. Goes on saying, I have these. Then they go on about saying, Undertaker's like, well, or Shane's like, well, he controls you, and Vince is the puppet master. Let me get something straight. He does not tell me what to do. Well, by the looks of it, you're just Vince's bitch. And then, well, Undertaker puts him into the corner. Shane makes a miss, backs up a little bit. Vince pushes him. Then Shane gets chokeslammed. That ends your Monday Night Raw. And, I'm not energetic because, honestly, this Raw put me to sleep. It was a very boring Raw. The promo between Undertaker, Vince, and Shane was pretty bad. I figured we'd have more to say. Undertaker kind of tried to go for a heel in a way, but it didn't really happen. I don't know. Scale of 1 to 10, I have to give this Raw a 3. If put everyone in the chat, what do you give this Raw? Scale of 1 to 10. Kyle, what do you think of tonight's Raw?
It's rough, man. I have a few mixed feelings about it, but yeah, I would say around like a 3 or 4. I'd say a 4. I'll give it a 4.
So you give this Raw a 4, but last week's Raw that was actually decent, you gave like a 3. What?
Yeah, I don't know, man. There was just some things like, okay, Mick Foley for one coming out there, like that touched me, man. Come on, that touched my heart. Like seeing that him passing the torch. I don't know. Like it was, like I said, I had mixed feelings. It was more bad than good, but the good things like really like hit me, kind of thing. And I don't know. Some of it made me just not want to give it as bad of a rating as last week. Last week really pushed me over the edge. So.
Last week it was bad because you were upset.
Yeah. Okay. I can say that. Yeah. I don't know, man. Just something. I don't know. I'd say I still give it a 4. I don't know.
Well, if anyone has anything they're wanting to say in the chat, go on ahead. We basically covered everything on Raw. Seth Rollins has been rumored is back in ring training. That is confirmed. He's in the ring training. SummerSlam has been announced that he's going to be in Brooklyn again. So, Brooklyn did a really good job this past summer. That they're back there. So, when do you think we'll see Seth Rollins? He's in the ring again. He's training in the ring.
Yeah, he's in the ring again. I would honestly be as crazy to say maybe he'll do. I can't see him making a surprise appearance at WrestleMania.
No.
I could see him maybe like night after. I can maybe see him coming back and like demanding his title back or something like that.
I just want to see him come back and say, "I'm back, and that's mine."
Oh yeah, for sure. Because he never lost the title. In case nobody knows that, he never lost the title.
Never. I mean, he had to give it up.
And he was on a great run.
And they gave up his story. He wasn't going to lose the title until Mania. Do you know who's going to beat him?
Who?
Roman Reigns.
Yeah, and honestly, that would have been better because I think Roman Reigns doing that would have been pushed as a better face, honestly.
To be completely honest with you, I was actually excited to see Seth Rollins versus Roman Reigns. I was
too. They have a great history.
To see that.
They have a great history.
Then everything happened, and you kind of figured Roman would end up winning the title.
Mm-hmm.
He ended up finally doing it, and they tried to pull the guy keeps getting screwed, and like I said earlier, he got over once, then it slowly went back downhill. But that's going to do it for me and Kyle. Be sure to hit that like button if you enjoy what you're listening to. Hit that subscribe button, that way you never miss a show. Thursday is the next big thing. Be sure to look out for this week for some wrestling news if anything does happen. And before I go, Kurt Angle was rumored to talk to Triple H, and they were not at talking terms. And the reason, what I mean by talking, is getting a contract that way Kurt Angle could come back. He was at the Arnold Schwarzenegger little event, and the Wrestling Observer said that they talked. Wrestling News.com, I want to say, came out and said that those two did not talk, and that Kurt Angle and Triple H did not talk. So you probably will not see Kurt Angle back in the WWE at all. But be sure to follow us on social media, twitter.com/Wrestling Rocks, facebook.com. Go on there, search Wrestling Rocks with a side of geek. Be sure to tune in Thursday for the next big thing. Look out for our channel for all week, just in case there's some big wrestling news. And for Kyle, until next time,